Welcome to episode 5 of our full-time RV adventure, where we will explore Northwest Pennsylvania and Niagara Falls. We ended our last episode in Dayton, Ohio. We drove nonstop through Ohio, entering our 5th state of Pennsylvania. At this point, we decided we needed to start tracking where we've been and where we're going. So we purchased a peel and stick map of the United States, put it on the wall in the RV, and used it to augment our homeschooling. With no military campground in the area, we ended up staying at a commercial campground this time, right on the edge of Amish country. We did hit one snag when we arrived in Pennsylvania. When we set up the camper, one of the slides didn't want to open up. When we inspected it, we found that a cable was ready to snap on a bedroom slide out. Since we planned to be stationary for several weeks while visiting with family, we had time to order the part and get it fixed. There is a hidden source of entertainment known to the locals in Northwestern Pennsylvania. It's mesmerizing, it's disgusting, it's entertaining. But those of us from this area hold it with great pride. We all have fond memories of the place because it dates back to the 1930s. Everyone's childhood contains at least one memory of the Pymatuning Spillway. Fish. Lots and lots of fish. Carp specifically. Huge ones. And they squirm and squish and slink and slime all over one another in a feeding frenzy when the locals toss day-old bread into the water. Oh, what entertainment! And of course, I had to share this experience with my children. And now I share it with you. When I first said, "Hey boys, let's go out to the lake and feed the fish," I was met with some resistance and grumbling. After all, what teenage boy wants to spend a Friday afternoon feeding fish? How lame! But once we got there, they too were struck by the mesmerizing awesomeness of thousands and thousands of 50-pound carp. I didn't hear any more grumbling after that. As one boy said, "Mom, this is just horrifying." Ah, traditions. The modern petroleum industry has its roots right here in northwestern Pennsylvania near the town of Titusville at a place called Drake's Well. On August 27, 1859, after digging only 69 feet into the earth, Edwin Drake struck oil, and the world's first oil well was born. The oil industry, however, eventually moved away from Pennsylvania, first to Russia only 5 years later, and then to Texas in the 1900s. We spent our afternoon visiting Drake's Well, which is now a state park in rural northwest Pennsylvania. There is a great interactive museum, along with an accurate replica of the oil well, right over the exact spot that the oil was first discovered. Since we were there on a Thursday afternoon and we're just about the only ones there, we had a private exhibition of the steam-powered oil pump in action. We toured the grounds, and we ended our day by skipping rocks in Oil Creek. We had a lovely afternoon. After spending several weeks in Pennsylvania, we knew that in order to see New England before it got too cold, we needed to leave. So we headed toward Niagara Falls, making New York the state number 6. We spent an entire day touring the American side of Niagara Falls. Surprisingly, Niagara Falls is not a national park. It's a New York state park. As a matter of fact, it's the oldest state park in the country. We started our day at the Visitor Center and bought everyone in our family Discovery Passes. These passes entitled us to admission into 5 attractions in the park, plus ride the park trolley for free all day long. Our first stop was something that I've wanted to do my whole life but never have: ride on the Maid of the Mist. We boarded the boat downriver from the falls and rode it right up to the base of each waterfall. It was stunning as we approached the foot of the American Falls, but it was absolutely breathtaking when we got up to the Horseshoe Falls. The awesome power of the falls is hard to describe, but imagine looking up as far as the heavens and seeing 500,000 gallons of water come roaring over a precipice above your head, only to come crashing down with such an incredible force that it shakes the ground for miles around. I actually started tearing up and got a lump in my throat when I experienced the power behind this incredible force of nature. After we rode the Maid of the Mist, we climbed a stairwell along the American Falls for some photo ops, and then headed up into the observation tower that overhangs the river and allows for a spectacular view of both waterfalls. Then we were off to our second attraction, the Cave of the Winds. Just like when we rode on the Maid of the Mist, we were again issued a rain poncho to keep us dry. However, here we were also issued sandals. So we had to change out of our shoes, roll up our pant legs, and wear these sandals in addition to wearing the rain ponchos. But even at that, we didn't keep ourselves dry. We walked along the pathway leading to the base of the Bridal Falls, which are a smaller separate waterfall next to but considered part of the American Falls. We walked until we reached Hurricane Deck. The water and the wind were amazing, and it really did seem like we were in a hurricane. The attendant told us that the wind speed is anywhere from 45 to 60 miles per hour, wind that is caused by nothing more than the rushing water over the waterfall. And as with any hurricane, we got soaked. Had we thought that through a little better, we might have saved this for the end of the day. To help us dry off, we ate lunch at the Top of the Falls restaurant, which overlooks the Canadian Horseshoe Falls. Great food and full bellies, and we were a little tired, so we took a bit of a rest by walking out to the observation point, called Terrapin Point, which overlooks the Horseshoe Falls. And then we boarded the trolley and rode the tour around Goat Island, and then back to the visitor center where we took in the third attraction, which was a movie called Niagara Legends of Adventure. Feeling refreshed and a bit drier, we again rode the trolley, this time to our fourth attraction, Aquarium of Niagara. We saw lots of neat aquariums, plus seals and penguins and sea lions. The younger two boys enjoyed this place more than the 4 teenagers, but everyone did enjoy it. The fifth attraction on the Discovery Pass, the Discovery Center, is open only on weekends, and so we didn't get a chance to experience this hands-on museum. After dark, we drove back to the falls to see the colored floodlights on them. This looks really lovely, but I have to admit that the angle for nighttime viewing is better from the Canadian side. Still, we took it in and then called it a day. Niagara Falls is one of my favorite places to visit, and to me, it never gets old. Join us next time as we travel deeper into the state of New York. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.